This video is about the coherence map and also the progressions. And so if you just simply type in your favorite search bar, coherence map, achievethecore.org, you'll get to these types of websites. I did provide it on a link on our module. So the coherence map is basically about the progressions, and it shows the connections between the standards in our framework. So to get started, this is a highlight and an overview. Here are all the grade levels, including high school. We can map a standard or map a progression of a standard throughout the grade levels and the domain. So here's third grade. I'm going to focus on operations and algebraic thinking. This is the classic multiplication standard, the first multiplication standard for third grade. Students are to interpret 5 times 7 as the total number of objects in groups, 5 groups of 7 each. And so that's the standard that's there. Just to trigger your memory, remember you can click Map Standard. And once we map standard, a lot of things happen here at one time. What's underneath are example tasks, so you have an example idea of how that standard works. Down here at the bottom, you do have the progressions document. You could actually open that and download that document. Don't know why it just jumped, but you could download that document. It's a very dense document, very rich, which is what the progressions or the coherence map is made from. So on third grade OA1, if I'd like to, I could just click to zoom out a bit. I can see how third grade OA1 relates to other standards. By hovering over third grade OA1, you can see all the black lines, and those black lines are going to various standards, both within the grade level and up the grade level. You can see how third grade OA1 is very important as we move forward in the standards, but then we can also look going backwards how it's supported in second grade and actually all the way to first grade. So this is how we can actually actualize our coherence map. So if I clicked on third grade OA1, I could come over here and decide if I want to go to second grade OAC3. This is odd or even. If a student could figure out if they're odd or if a number is odd or even. I could also go back to third grade OA1 and let's say go to second grade OAC4. And when I click on that, this one is the classic arrays. This is really about students being able to do repeated addition up to 5 rows and 5 columns. From this supporting standard in second grade, we can venture over to first grade, and we'll just go over here to the left, click on first grade. This is 1OA, orders of operations D7. What I'm highlighting here is that the kids basically understand how to add. We can see some tasks that are in front of us, some models that are there with interlocking cubes to demonstrate visually and with numbers the addition properties. So for instance, 4 plus 2 plus 1 equals the same thing as 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. So 7 equals 7. So that particular standard really helps us understand if kids understand truly how to add and have that procedural fluency piece. That 4 plus 3 is much more complicated than just 4 plus 3. There's other ways to get to 7. So from there, remember, we can walk our way up, and we want to remember that 2OAC4, remember that C represents target, and this is the target, and then we'll venture all the way up to third grade OAA1. Remember that it's also target A standard. So now we have the path that we're going to follow. We're going to use those 3 standards to be able to create our activity, and we talked about that a bit in our next activity in Next Gen Math. If we remember those 3 standards, we can create a coherent map as to what kids are able to, for you as an instructor, to be able to diagnose where gaps may exist, or if you want to accelerate learning forward.